Game Ball, the ultimate ammunition, providing you with this week's episode of the Tweedl Pod. Hi everybody and welcome back to the Tweedl Podcast. We're killing two birds with one stone here. This fine gentleman has come far north from where he's situated, from Devon.
Yeah, from Devon. Yeah, did some breathing regulators come up north. I was a bit worried about it.
Ollie, from Massy, Birch and Fortis.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
How are you?
Very well. Well, today was a good day. So
really
you've
done all right there, haven't you? We're fresh
really
out
well.
of meeting.
Yeah.
With Sid and Amy, owners of Eaton Hall Shooting Ground, and myself and Jordan, and you've just got yourself an order, mate.
Yeah,
We
amazing.
are now stockists of Fortis clothing here at Eaton Hall Shooting Ground.
Yeah, well, we're honoured. I mean, to see the ground itself, I mean, I don't think the social media does it justice. Not to, all right, Charlie, don't tell me off or anything.
I was going to say.
I think it's unbelievable what you guys are doing. I mean, just to drive in as well on that track, the new track you put it in,
I know.
and then see it all on the left. And I mean, I called it a stadium. That's not, the the shot that you're calling it a shot.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a stadium. But that just looks amazing. And for the shooting industry, I mean, come on.
I know.
What a brilliant
it's
thing.
very, very excited, and I'm buzzing to be a part of it.
You should be.
Mate.
You bloody should be. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, all good. So, look, I wanted to get you on here because, as you can see, I am wearing one of your suits.
Yeah.
I am a customer
Just set
of
your
yours.
trend here.
We're
Look.
matching.
Yeah, I love it.
I love your products. I love what you do. I think at every show, Fortis is such a big deal. And, more and more people are wearing it. You see people wearing it everywhere. Let's go back to the beginning.
Sure.
How was it created? How are you here today as owner of Fortis of Massy Birch?
Well, I'm very lucky. I guess in a lot of business, there's a lot of luck involved.
Yeah.
My father started it. A lot of people will know it. I mean, many people have had it for years and years and years. It's older than I am. But originally, most people will know it for country covers, which is an outdoor. It sold tyre covers and seat covers and things like this, and people just love that.
Yeah.
They could print their own spaniel on the back of their Land Rover, everything like that. Got
Right.
a real good name for it. Dad did really well then with military, the military side of the clothing. And the clothing kind of evolved into the outdoors, general outdoors, shooting, fishing. He was an absolute nutter for shooting. So it kind of evolved from that. I took over, unfortunately, when my dad passed away, and I renamed it. So he's not pissed off or anything. I did rename it before he passed away, so he wasn't. So it didn't, annoy him. But Fortis was the name that we gravitated to. It's Latin for strong. Kind of depict everything we wanted to do with the brand. Strong ethos in terms of our customer relations, strong clothing ultimately, and just a strong business in completely.
Yeah.
So that's how we evolved, and that's where we came from. But we're a farm diversification. So we still farm today. We've got 1,000 sheep on the farm. And then we converted our shop and our factory where we make everything we sell on the farm inside a lamb barn.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
So instead of selling raw milk, you diversified into tweed suits and waterproofs.
Yes, we did, and we are doing so and growing. So it's actually really, really enjoyable. Really, I love my job.
And so you've got really good links to the military.
Yeah.
How did that all become a part? How did that all begin?
So Dad had a business, and it kind of the Iraq War made it so, and they became huge in the 90s with the military going out there to being deployed. Came up with Ripstop. It was the trousers and the shirts and things that did a phenomenal job basically. And throughout that, the reason why the country covers kind of evolved from that was the MOD were just rubbish at paying. So he was just like, no, I'm not doing that. Stresses him out and everything like that. So in 97, he set up the civilian side of it.
Right.
And small part of the barn was then built. And then on, we have just been building into stables and things like that, and just built a whole, shop and factory as it is today, which we tour people around, because a lot of people don't believe me when I say we make it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, right, we'll come and see it. I'll come and show you how we make it and how we put it together.
Unbelievable. Well, listen, mate, I'm sure your dad would be very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thanks.
It's not just shooting, is it?
No.
We've just looked at some jackets in there then. They're completely waterproof, windproof. They're unbelievable, like the way they look and the style. They look good, but they also do the job. How are you marketing it? Are you pushing it mainly at field sports? Are you going for the dog walker as well?
It's everyone. I mean, shooting is part of my hobby as well. It's part of my passion. I love it. I live in Devon. I mean, every man and their dog shoots. It's religion down there.
You're not short of shooting down there.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, we are, and I love the industry, and I love the people in the industry, and that's why we probably have done so well in terms of growth, because we do as we say on the tin to the customer that we are talking to. They're the people that I also socialise with. So I want to do a good job that way as well, obviously, and make a good product. But we do appeal to a lot of people. Like, for example, those jackets you like, the lightweights, they're made of recycled fishing line. Like, there's not many things like that. And they're completely waterproof.
Yeah.
We can't beat the Chinese for price.
No.
But we can beat them for quality and innovation. Yeah. And that's what we're doing, and we'll make sure we always make a product that people can rely on.
And customer care as well, I think, is a big part of your business.
Of course. Like if we, like we've always said, there's not a warranty as such, there's a company promise. If a customer is happy with the product they've got, then they're going to be happy to carry on and continue to support Fortis. But if they're not, they're going to come see us. And if they're not, it's an individual basis that we go, okay, well, we'll look after you. No problem. We'll get that sorted. And we will always make sure that customer leaves happy. Because fault can happen. It's just how you deal. A mark of a company is how you deal with it when it goes wrong. Like, it's great when it goes right.
Yeah, of course.
But you got to make sure when it goes when it goes wrong, you've got to be there.
Yeah, 100%. And we've just been chatting, obviously, mentioned we've just come out of a meeting, but one big thing that you're into is you're not massive in retails. There's not a load of shops you can order from.
No.
And like at the game fair, you come onto the stand, you say, I want that. Okay, what size do you want it in? And you'll get it.
Yeah.
It within an 8-week period.
Yeah.
Us at Eaton Hall are going to be stockists of your
Yes,
product.
you are.
So people will be able to come try it
and
on,
be able to
take
buy
it off the shelf, and buy it straight away, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's amazing. And to be fair, this is the natural progression of Fortis.
Yeah.
The thing is, a lot of people, and we'll get a lot of people at the show and stuff that will say, why can't I take it now and stuff? And we'll explain the process. And the process is very easy. For us to allow us to have such a big range, we can manufacture that here in the UK if we have that time. And we use a show like a contract. So all those orders will be a certain amount of time. And we'll tell the customer this is how long it'll be. But it allows that customer to choose the colour, choose the size. And if they need to change it, sleeve length, shorter, longer, body length, shorter, longer, whatever,
like
we can do that.
Done.
Yeah, like you've just done. And name it another company that could do that.
No.
And it's just not possible.
No.
And so we get that personal tailoring side to it. And that's where Massy Birch comes in as well. Like that was our next kind of progression of making suits.
Yeah.
Because we had the ability to, so we did so. And so then a show, we're able to give someone that personal side of things because these things last a long time. So why not get it right first time? Wait longer, pay a little extra, whatever it may be, and then get a product you want and will use for years and years.
Yeah. And why, I think a lot of people probably won't realise that Fortis and Massy Birch are under the same umbrella. Why the name change? Why not keep it all under the same name?
I did them as two separate limited companies, mainly because Fortis it appeals to all sorts. And I mean, we're on a field sports channel that, in terms of everyone that's watching this, they're involved in shooting to some capacity. But we do sell to like the fashion market in Japan. We'll sell to Paris High Street, New York, Australians, all these guys that just don't know what shooting is. So, they just don't, do they? I mean, You
were saying, didn't you? You've done something with Gucci before?
Yeah, we've done some like long quilted jackets and London, Temple London and things like these like amazing pink jackets and things. But
mental.
Mental. But, as a business, we're a manufacturer, so that's our first job is to manufacture what someone's after.
Literally,
so we'll do so. As long as the money's right and it all works for everyone, then why not? But so Fortis has a unique setup where it can sell to anyone and everyone because at the end of the day, it's a practical product, it's sustainable, but it also looks nice. I think, obviously I'm biased. But then it's about keeping the wind and rain off you.
Yeah.
So you could be anywhere in the world and just need that.
I think you've done a good job of the actual branding with that because it's the logo and the way it's all presented, it could appeal to anybody.
That's the idea,
It's still a shooting brand in my mind because I know it's a shooting brand, but I can also see that people that go walking up Everest might see it as
that's the whole point. We're performance waterproof and we're a performance product. But then Massy Birch as a Tweed brand, Tweed obviously is made huge by shooting in the UK. Like it is big. However you look at it, it's an amazing industry to be a part of, and Tweed is a central part of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, Tweed's not as big as it is." I think it's as big as it's ever been, and actually, it's getting bigger
Because it's a massive fashion statement now.
It's a fashion statement,
And I think, like, as a game shooter, buying your first Tweed suit to measure is it's a really nice thing, isn't it?
I hope so. Yeah, we want to make sure it's a nice
Yeah, but it is.
process.
It's you've always dreamt of doing it, and when you get it, you're in the field and you're wearing your custom Tweed suit. I think that's what you're very, very good at.
And I think the other thing that's really, when I go shooting and things, which I always press on someone, a lot of like there's this stigma about it being, elite, posh, tough, whatever it might be. You get all of that. You hear it all on social media, which is absolute rubbish.
It can't be true because look at me. There's nothing posh.
I wasn't going to say
me.
anything, all right? But it's all walks of life. I shoot with people. It can be there might be a banker there, but there might be a carpenter, electrician, whatever it is.
All
walks of life, and it's amazing. And it brings people name me another sport that an 80-year-old or 85-year-old that I'm friends with on the syndicate, he's a genuine friend of mine. I'll go and have a pint with him.
Yeah.
I'm 30. We would go and share some time together. What other sport would relate those two?
I know.
You just wouldn't have it.
No.
And it's unbelievable. And I love it because I hear his stories and you think, this guy's lived a great life. It's great to hear these stories. Yeah. And he will do the same, me feeding back and talking to him. It's an amazing place.
It is.
Tweed is a big part of where shooting can meet the rest of the world. And I know Basque and things will say otherwise, we got to do the law and fight in those. But actually, we're almost like that hidden link where the fashion industry love it. They absolutely love it. It's as sustainable cloth as you'll get in the world.
Yeah.
It's fashionable. You can wear it to the pub in London, and it is very much shooting driven. From
and
from
you can
that
sort
world.
of tell, even though they're not
in
the briefs.
Like
you got that nod, and you're
tip the hat. Yeah.
He's a shooter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also, that's quite cool. That's quite important. But also, it is wool. It's British wool. We're supporting that farmer that we shoot the land on.
Yeah.
It's wool we're taking from that land. So it's a round circle. And then also the colours, every colour, like we're wearing these colours, but all these colours are, they're inspired, all the mills are inspired by the seasons, the heather, the lands, everything like that. We live in a beautiful country and we have like a silly amount of amazing scenery and you see the best of it when you go shooting.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
So why not?
What a way to put it.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you like that.
What was it? This could all be edited, by the way. Oh, this was it. You touched on before about how you have jackets made out of recycled ocean sea bottles.
Yes.
And then you have another one made out of fishing line.
Yeah.
How is this even possible?
I know. Yeah, it's actually mental.
Where do you even go on, talk me through that process.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the boys will give me a bit of stick and stuff. They think I'm gallivanting off to Germany or whatever, or off to these shows to look at fabrics and look at things. I go back to pressing on innovation. It's all about like us staying ahead of the game. We can't beat the Chinese and things and the mass producers of the world on price. Yeah. But we will do on quality and innovation. And one of these things of us working with fibers and working with companies manufacturing, these fabrics, we can find unique ways of, through our research and development, finding a way of building a better, a new, distinct product to us. These things are amazing. Why don't we bother trying? Yeah. And so we try to find something that will just make a nice niche for us. Yeah. The recycled fishing line, fly fishing, love fly fishing. Like, brilliant. What a brilliant sport. Everyone will resonate with the idea that they're happy to take a material that is recycled from something they're using. Yeah. So why not? And we'll keep you dry at the same time.
I know, and it still works.
Yeah, it still works. It's performance. Yeah. So, and we have that. And the world, obviously, in sustainability, Fortis is huge on that. We'll always look to, why don't we start recycling a load of that product that's there, rather than we don't have to create a raw virgin product, is what it is called. You don't need the virgin products all the time. We can actually recycle. So we're like, why not? And actually, again, I'll always hype about Britain. I always will, but we're innovators and we're thinkers, and we'll think about it, and we'll always do that. We're not the mass producers of the world. We never, we can't be now. We once upon a time were a huge manufacturer, but we're not now. So we've adapted. We'll innovate, and we'll be better that way.
Absolutely.
And
And that's something that we've spoke about with building Eaton Hall. You know, game shooting is very much a British sport. Shooting in general is very much a British sport, and our country sports are very unique to anyone else in the world. Clay shooting is obviously universal, which is great, but we want to do as much as we can in-house in terms of buying British. And Fortis does that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And for us to have that stocked in the shop.
Yeah, I mean, when you text me, I was like, it was a nice message to get, you saying you want to support us and support British and things like that, which is great. And it's like, that's very important for us to hear as well, because we know that a lot of other people are, doing the same. But, what you guys are doing here at Eaton Hall, like you said, we are a part of a very unique setup.
Yeah.
But people from all over the world, all over the world will be interested in what's going on, and people putting in so much effort like you guys are doing, it's no easy feat, all this.
No.
There's going to be a lot of work to do. There's a lot of, on your toes, you're talking to people, you can be socialed out, there's a lot to be doing here.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing foundation to build something that actually generations before us have made a great setup. Why don't we just, harness it and look after it and continue to go forward, which I think, well, you guys certainly are.
We're trying, buddy. But
the rest of the West Country where I'm from are definitely doing it. So,
Yeah. So, yeah, as of, just so the viewers know, as of the end of June, the new clubhouse will be open, which is when we'll have some Fortis stuff.
Yeah,
to come and
which
purchase.
I would love, to come up and, present it with you.
Yeah, the old opening party. Not to get you up, buddy.
Oh, you look out then. I'll bring the cider from Devon. Look, you'll be seeing stars before you know.
Hey,
it.
no scrapping.
We try not to.
But on another version, Tweedl, we've done some competitions for suits.
Mm-hmm.
We've done made-to-measure suits. They've gone really, really well. And why don't we just come up with a bit of a different spin on it? I was thinking, chatting to Charlie before, a his and hers tweed suit, made to measure, Massy Birch.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Shooting gilet?
Yeah, shooting gilet, Breeks
Breeks.
hat. It's got to have a hat.
Breeks hat, 100%.
Yeah.
And then what else can we throw in to make it a bit more spicy?
think to match with waterproofs. They've got to keep them dry, haven't they?
100%.
And there's Eaton Hall, they're doing a jacket that will match that pretty nicely, I think.
Oh, it's sounding good, this, isn't it?
I think it looked good.
It's sounding good. Right, so that's live actually right now. We've made it happen. It's live on the website. That
already?
was quick, wasn't it?
Bloody
well
hell.
done, Charlie.
You don't mess about, you two.
Unbelievable.
Jeez whiz.
We're talking, what we're talking on that? £7.99 a ticket, that'll be.
Nice.
£7.99 a ticket to win his and hers shooting suits and from Massy Birch and Fortis waterproof.
Yeah, so a collaboration 3 times.
Amazing.
Fortis, Massy Birch, and
Eaton Hall.
Tweedl. Look at that.
And Eaton Hall.
Well, there you go, 4.
Flipping heck.
Look
We're
out.
doing it, aren't
Look
we?
out.
This is unbelievable.
Hey, at least, you've always got to make sure his and hers, they're going out there together. They've got to look smart together.
Exactly.
I'll be interested to see if they match their tweeds or not. That would be a question.
Oh, yeah.
See if they do match
Like
it.
me
Like
and
us,
you.
his and his.
Hey.
Hey, stop it, you. That'll be interesting to see.
No, so if you want to win that, you can enter right now on Tweedl.com. Good luck, everybody, on that one.
Good luck.
You seem to do every single show I've ever been to. In fact, you're walking in and there's just a Fortis flag in the distance. You're like, oh yeah, he's here again.
I'm glad you said that.
Every corner of the country you are at all these shows. It must be a big, important thing for you to get in front of customers like that.
Yeah, shows are important to us. I mean, a little bit old school, I guess. People will say that because obviously the internet's everywhere and everyone can get anywhere you like now. But there's nothing like touching the product, feeling the product, trying on the product, and speaking to someone there and then. That's, a lot of places, if you want to ring someone now, I mean, it's all bloody AI, you've got to get hold of this person. It's a nightmare. I don't know if you've ever had to customer services on Amazon. No chance. Yeah. It's absolutely useless. Yeah. So we, direct phone line to us is exactly what we're doing. It shows you're directly in front of the person. You can ask the questions. You can get the kit that you need. You get to feel the product. You didn't have to just look online and think what it's going to be like. So we're in front of those customers. We're at every single show we could possibly be at.
You literally are.
Yeah. So we do a lot of miles a year, and this
you
year.
Camp out, or are you in a caravan, or?
No, we camp out in the marquee. So we've got these cart beds, and we fold them out, and we sleep in those.
Flipping out, mate.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah, dedication.
Not get cold.
No, well, yeah, some of them are a bit chilly.
I suppose in your gear though, you'd be hot.
Yeah, well, I don't sleep in it though. I haven't made that up, but there's an idea.
Sleeping bag by Fortis.
Yeah, might have to look at that. But stay in those. But by the time you have a few beers in the evening, you know, you had a nice meal, you're asleep, conked out anyway for the next day. And it's easier than travelling in from hotels into the stands and stuff.
Oh,
That's all right.
And you can rack up a big bill in them hotels.
Yeah, of course you can. And with us going every week,
you
know, sometimes we're doing like 3 shows in one weekend.
Yeah, you've already had the British shooting show, haven't you? So what's next?
So stalking show in 8 weeks. So, and then we're show after show.
That one of the dogs? Oh, hello, Bella.
Hello.
Look at Bella's come to see you all. How nice is that?
Yeah.
Stalking show next.
Stalking show.
Yeah, that's not far from here.
Yeah, no, it's Staffordshire, yeah.
Yeah, let's see, half an hour away.
Oh, is it? That close? Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. Great show. They've done such a good job with it.
Yeah, it was, when did it start there?
Only 3 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
So this will be the 4th, I think.
Yeah.
But they've done an amazing job. Great thing for the industry. And yeah, like we love the show. But then we're on every weekend until October.
Wow.
And also, if my wife listens to this, maybe not every weekend, because we are expecting a baby in June. So
congratulations.
Thank you very much. So it won't be every weekend.
Last time I was speaking, you getting married. Come on.
Yeah, got married. Actually, funny enough, we got married on the 15th of June.
Yeah.
We got engaged on 2 years before on the 14th of June, which is also her birthday.
Right.
And then we're expecting the baby on the 12th of June.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I've done that well, haven't I?
Yeah, that is
so I don't have to write
job.
anything in the calendar. Expensive week June. Week June. Yeah, that's what I remember.
And you've got big plans for the game fair this year, which returns to the Ragley.
Yep. Obviously, we've spoken about, but I won't mention on here because the team might kill me about some of the things we're launching there, which we're doing quite a lot.
Yeah.
And again, with the shows, which is important to mention, actually, customers are probably the core of why we design and put our gear together. Like you listen to what they think should be, and then we kind of got this rule, like if 3 people of different backgrounds or industry or different shows mention the same thing, we think we should change it. So we do. And we just adapt that way. And that is also, a lot of people undermine how important shows can be for just customer interaction and feedback.
Absolutely.
And so we've built a better product because of that. So that's also another win on the top of all the marketing and everything like that, and the big flags, which I'm glad you said, because the team hate putting those up. So.
Yeah, I bet they cost a fortune as well, did they?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I bought one for the Tweedle stand. I was like, that's how much a flag is.
Yeah. It's outrageous money.
It's mad,
and we've got like 9 of them go along the thing. So at the game fair, obviously, we're massive there. We've got 40 by 15 this year. So
that is a big
there'll be
stand.
a few more flags.
Yeah.
Which is,
Well, we look forward to seeing you there, buddy.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
And safe trip back down to the old Devonshire.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, all.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. New episodes coming very, very soon. Don't forget to enter the Fortis and Massy, Birch, Eaton Hall and Tweedle competition. £7.99 a ticket. It's live right now on Tweedl.com. Thanks, everybody. See you again.